Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And karon, we will discuss the solution and answer to worksheet number 1 in Math 11. Okay, so I hope maminaw mo so that you will be able to understand the solutions. Okay, and then by the way, regarding the revisions, what you're going to do is kung asa mo nasayop, you will solve it again on a separate sheet of paper. Dayon, if you have noticed sa letter E, sa number 15 and 16, ako yung gisulat dito asterisk solve F circle G of X. So kinahanglan din siya i-solve. It's composition of functions or composite functions. So kinahanglan mo siya i-solve. Okay? And for number 16, say for example there, solve G circle F of 3. So you have to solve what is G of F, G circle F and what is G circle F of 3. Okay? So let me share my screen now. Okay? Okay. So what we are going to do now is we will be discussing the solution. So I hope you will listen carefully or read carefully the instruction. So for letter A, the instruction here is identify whether the given relations are functions or not. If it is a function, you write the word function. If it is not a function, sulatan mo ang word nga not a function on the space provided below. So for number 1, the answer is not a function. Ngano kaha? Okay? So ang number 1 nato, it is given as a, kulang din siya og brace guys, sorry. It is given as a set of ordered pairs. Naki-set man siya kinang siya kulong og brace. Okay? And if you have noticed, kani siya nga ordered pair o kana, they have the same first coordinate. They have the same x coordinate. That makes it not a function. Basta naka-set of ordered pairs tapos nag-repeat ang first coordinate, dili na siya function. It is still a relation but it is not a function. Number 2, we have here a given equation, x squared plus y squared equals 36. And naadayin ko ginote diri nga use Desmos app. Okay? So this one is not a function. Nganong not a function man? If you have read the module na gisulat dito regarding sa vertical line test. So wala man ta kabalo kung unsa ning x squared plus y squared equals 36. So what we are going to do is i-graph nato siya. Okay? So let us graph this one. So nag-graph na din ako siya guys. So muna siya iyang dagway. X squared plus y squared equals 36. Dayon, kung imo na siyang circle siya. So ang pangutana din ako is, what is the maximum number of times na ma-intersect ang atoang graph sa vertical line? The answer is 2. Pwede pod isa, pwede wala. But since nilapas man siya og 1, dapat maximum na siya og 1, 1 or wala man siya dapat para mapasar siya sa vertical line test. Therefore, this graph is not a graph of a function, but it is still a relation. Okay? Next. For number 3, it is a function. So again, recall the vertical line test. So bisag asa nimo siya it will intersect your graph in at most one point. So that makes it a function. Okay, next. Number 4. So for number 4, ang given din here is it's a table. Okay? So ang kani siya, it's more or less the same lang na siya sa number 1. Naka-table lang siya. Okay? So tanaw na nimo na abay nag-repeat nga x coordinate na wala. Wala. So that makes it function. Okay, now let's go to the next part, which is letter B. So determine the type of functions. So you are asked here to determine the type based on katong naa sa module. So for number 5, the answer is linear. Nganong linear man siya? Because the highest exponent of the variable is 1. For number 6, you can call it square root function, but generally, others call it radical. So general na tanan, square root, cube root, fourth root, fifth root, and all of the roots, radical function siya. Okay? So tanaw ni mo, square root siya. Again, pwede siya tawagon as square root function, but generally, it is called radical function. Next, number 7. For number 7, the answer is rational. If you have noticed, ang ato ang denominator na ay variable. And then, if your function has a variable in the denominator, na ay tendency nga magka-asymptote siya because na ay value sa x that will make the function undefined. Okay? Like say, for example, in this case, if x is equal to negative 30, ma-zero si denominator. And division by 0 is not allowed. So muna siya ang feature sa rational function. Next, let's go to letter C. For letter C, you're asked to determine the domain and range of the given function. So, but before that, i-determine sa nato kung sa siya nga type. For number 8, this is linear. Number 9, this is quadratic. And for number 10, this is radical. And I hope katong table nga naka-appeal sa module regarding sa domain and range of the different functions, ina to siyang gibasa aron masabtan niyo siya. So for number 8, this is very easy because the answer is all real numbers. Okay. Another way of writing this one is the set of all x such that x is an element of the set of real numbers. Now, take note of how the symbol element is written. Ang uban manggod, ingon ana iyang pagsulat. So dili na siya mao ha. Sa R pod, sa set of real numbers, nakadubli ginan dinha. Ang uban manggod, ang ilang pagsulat is ana lang. Okay, so dili siya. Dapat ingon ana siya nagdoble ang nasa kilid. To distinguish it from the capital letter R, and then maano gid siya ma-specify gid siya nga the set of all real numbers. And of course, since set man na siya, it should be enclosed with braces. So ang uban sa inyo wala na butangan og brace. Now for the range, still the answer is all real numbers. Or, una kay take note, range man ni siya. So this is regarding to the value of y or our f of x. So you can write all real numbers here as the set of all y such that y is an element of the set of real numbers. Okay? Next, for number 9, the domain of the function f of x equals x squared minus 2 is still all real numbers. Sulatan na nako. Wala siya restrictions. Okay? However, pag abot sa range, dili na siya ingon ana. Okay? So I hope you can still remember your lessons before unsaon siya pag-convert sa quadratic function from standard form to vertex form. Kaya kung naka-vertex form na siya, dali i-determine ang vertex. And then by knowing the vertex, you will know the minimum or the maximum value. If your parabola opens upward, ang vertex niya, especially the y-coordinate, it is the minimum. But if your parabola opens downward, the y-coordinate of your vertex is the maximum value. So here, ano na siya actually. So kaning number 9, it can be written as something like this. So x minus 0 squared minus 2. So the vertex is 0, negative 2. Okay? So that is why ang pagsulat sa answer niya it's parabola that opens upward because ang number nga nasa kilid ni x squared is positive. So negative 2 is the minimum value. Mingon din ka nga, the set of all y such that y is greater than or equal to negative 2. Another way of stating this one is all real numbers greater than or equal to negative 2. And by the way, naiuban sa inyo, the answer it in this way. Pwede gyapon ni siya, pero taas na kaayo siya. The set of all y such that y is an element of the set of real numbers, dayon y is greater than or equal to negative 2. Oh, muna ilang gibuhat. Okay ra gyapon na siya, pero taas na kaayo siya. Okay? So kanilang, this will do. Okay? So again, y or f of x. But since we're talking about range, let's use y. Now, for number 10, our given function is radical. So I hope madumduman ninyo siya. This is very important. Ang pinakagamay nga value nga naa sa sulod sa square root, kay square root even ang yang index, daghan kay kagbantayan. Dili pwede ma-negative. So ang pinakagamay nga value dapat niya nga maano is 0. So kanang radicand, kanang x plus 3, we will equate it by 0. So therefore, ang pinaka-minimum nga value nga iyang ma-take is negative 3. Apil gyapon si negative 3. But less than negative 3, dili pwede. Kaya nga naman, ma-negative ang radicand. If ma-negative ang radicand, we will be dealing with complex numbers and it's another branch of mathematics, but sa inyong case, it's not covered. Okay? So ang imong buhaton is, isulat na din yung imong domain, but our domain is not all real numbers. Pinili ra siya. Okay? So you will write the set of all x such that x is greater than or equal to negative 3. Okay? And by the way, ako nabantayan ka ganina, ang pagsulat nila sa ilang domain og range is naka-interval notation. Nice gyapon na siya. Okay? So say for example, kaning number 10, akong atong isulat og interval notation greater than or equal to negative 3. So bracket, negative 3, comma, positive infinity, tapos close parenthesis. Anong bracket? Because appeal si negative 3. If wala yung labot si negative 3, parenthesis lang imong gamiton. Okay? Tapos kanang positive infinity, always gina siya parenthesis ang gamiton, as well as negative infinity. Kaning number 9, or the set of all real numbers, another way of writing that one is negative infinity, comma, positive infinity. Okay? How about for the range? Muna itong giingon na kaganina, the minimum value nga pwede niya ikuha is negative 3. So kung ato na siyang i-substitute, f of negative 3 is square root of negative 3 plus 3, or square root of 0 or 0. So therefore, yung range is all real numbers greater than or equal to 0. So natin na to, set of all y such that y is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, di ba? Easy. But then again, kailangan ta mag-practice ha, kay napag-iuban nga naglibog pag yod, wag gid kabalo sa buhaton. So wala di man ginato malikaya no, you cannot because napokuy daghan ginabuhat pod. Nabisi ko og checks hino mga papel actually, so I could not really attend to all your needs. So probably sa atong synchronous learning, I might be entertaining some of your questions. So for number 11, letter D, we are going to evaluate. So kaning 11 and 12, algebraic expression ang given. Pag abot sa number 13 and 14, functions. So mamaora na sila. Okay? So now let us solve for our solution. So substitute na rin nato siya. We have 3 times 1/3 minus 5. Okay, this is 1 Mahimo man na siyang 1. So 1 minus 5 or negative 4. Okay? So this is our answer. For letter B, so let's write equals na ta diretso. So we have 3 times 2 minus 5 or 6 minus 5 or 1. Diba? Sayon ra. So, lang. So this is our answer. Now, let's go to number 12. So for number 12, medyo complicated siya. And then, nako'y nabantayan ng mga students na mali-mali lang mga answer because naglibog sila sa sign. Okay? So I hope you will review the laws of exponent. Okay? Basta gani, negative ang base, tapos even ang exponent, positive na siya. Pero kung negative ang base, tapos odd ang exponent, ma-negative ang result. Okay? So now, let's solve number 12. So we have 2 times 0 raised to the power of 4 plus 0 cubed minus 0 squared minus 1. Tagsa-tagsaon na to, this is 0 plus 0 minus 0 minus 1. So this becomes negative 1. Okay? So klaro kayo nino nga negative 1 siya. Now, let's go to letter B. So this is 2 times, so negative 2 na po, raised to the power of 4, plus negative 2 cubed minus negative 2 squared minus 1. Take note ha, bisag negative 2 ra na din ha, i-enclose na ko siya parenthesis kay dili na may sign yung nag-una sa iya and then napo siya exponent. So kailan na siya enclose. So hinahinayon nato na siya, that is 2 times negative 2 raised to the power of 4 is 16. Minus, kuan man na siya, plus negative 8, so minus 8 na dayon siya. And kani, minus, kani negative 2 squared is 4. So that's minus 4 and minus 1. Okay, so we have 32 minus 8 minus 4 minus 1, or this is 19. Okay. For number 13, so we have here, so negative 2 squared plus 2 times negative 2. So this is 4 minus 4. The answer is 0. And then for letter B, so we have 1/2 squared plus 2 times 1/2. Kani mahimong 1, kana mahimong 1. So this is 1/4 plus 1. So mahimo ni siyang 1/4 plus 4 over 4 or 5 over 4. By the way ha, kung naamoy answer, please ayaw ni na siya mo ang decimal or mixed number. You leave it as is, improper fraction siya, pero naka-simplify. Okay? So for letter C, we have here square root of 2 squared plus 2 times square root of 2. Okay? 2 plus 2 square root of 2. Muna na siya ang final nga answer. Nakoy na-notice sa inyo ha, inyong gibuhat is gi-calculate tapos gi-sulat ang decimal. Dili na siya pwede. Okay? Okay, so for number 14, let us solve. And then, by the way, what makes number 14 special? It's because piecewise siya nga function, so you cannot just directly substitute. Okay? Daghan pa kag tan-awon. Okay? Ulan na. Guys, sa ni saladaan kay aron hinay siya. Okay. So for number 14, This is the solution. So here, ang value nato sa atong x is -2. So aha man dapit sa -2 na bilong nga interval. Okay, diri. So kani nga function ato ang gamiton. So maingon din ta nga 3 times -2 plus 2. This is -6 plus 2 and the answer is -2. Next. For letter D, the value of x is 5. And aha na bilong interval si 5, diri. But if you have noticed, ang atong function is a constant function. Regardless of the value of x, usara gid ang value ni y ana. So wala na kay mabuhat. So for the solution, wala na siya solution actually, automatic na ka, the answer is 5. Naiuba nag-answer og 25. Dili pwede, may man nag-x squared na siya. So 5, automatic, diretso nimo siya isulat. Okay? So for letter C, 10. Dinhi na belong si 10 and kani imong gamiton. So maingon dayon ka nga 10 cubed minus 1 is equal to 1,000 lagi 1,000 minus 1 or 999. Okay? So muna siyang ato ang mga answers. Okay, now let us go to operations on functions. So I hope kani siya ino na ning gistudyhan. This one is very similar to the ones that were taught to you sa grade 7, katong operations on algebraic expressions. Galing lang, kani siya, about siya sa functions and at the same time, nakakuan siya. Nadi siya additional na operation which is composite functions or composition of functions. Okay, let us start here. So we can write it. So i-add down nato si G o si H. Okay? So we have here G and H. Okay? So let's write it down. So we have 3x plus 1 plus 2x minus 3. If you have noticed, gi-enclose na ko siya o parentheses. Ano kaha? I enclosed it with parentheses kay aron na-emphasize siya nga isa na siya ka-function. And then plus. And since wala may negative sa ilang gawas, we can safely remove the parentheses or the grouping symbol. So ang mahitabo dayon is 3x plus 1 plus 2x minus 3. And the next thing that you're going to do is combine like terms. So we have 3x and 2x. So this is 5x. And then 1 minus 3 or -2. That is why for number 15, letter A, the answer is 5x minus 2. For letter B, we have here multiplication. Okay? So, isulat sa nato daan, we have G is 3x plus 1 times 2x minus 3. And I hope you can still remember the FOIL method. So that's how we are going to solve this one. So we have 3x times 2x, we have 6x squared. 3x times -3, we have negative 6x. 1 times 2x is plus 2x. Sayop. This is minus 9x. Dayon, plus 2x. Sorry guys, sayop akong pen. Tapos, 1 times -3 is minus 3. Okay? So, naabay mga like terms? Naa, kani sila duha. So, we can simplify it dayon as 6x squared minus 7x minus 3. Okay, now let's go to letter C. For letter C, what you're going to do is isulat gyapon nato siya daan. But take note, kinahanglan nato siya ikulong og parentheses and please tanawa ang mga sign, okay? So for letter F is 3x squared minus 11x minus 4 minus our letter G is 3x plus 1. So kaning parenthesis diri pwede na to matanggal kay walay negative gauna. Pero kani ila na to siya i-distribute. So minus 3x minus 1. Okay? And combine like terms, natay like terms diri kani silang duha o kani podayon. Okay, so we have 3x squared minus 14x minus 5. Okay? Now, let's go to letter D. Kaning letter D, daghan naglibog ani kay nakalimot na sila unsaon og divide. So kaning gihatag na ko nga example which is 3x squared minus 11x minus 4, actually, ma-factor out na siya. And I hope kabadumdum pa mo saan pag-factor out kaning numerator. So multiply lang nimo na siya 3 times negative 4 which is negative 12. Nabay number nga ang product is negative 12 but the sum is negative 11. Those numbers are negative 12 and 1. Verify na to. Negative 12 times 1 is negative 12. Negative 12 plus 1 is negative 11. Okay? So, mahitabo na yung sunod is, isulat na din nimo, kopyahon nimo ng nag-una dira nga number. We have 3x minus 12 times 3x plus 1. Kada yung 3x minus 12, pwede na siya himuon nga x minus 4. Isulat na din nato. Our answer is x minus 4 times, sulat na ni siya, 3x plus 1 all over 3x plus 1. Ma-cancel out na yun na siya. Our answer is x minus 4. Okay? For letter E, we have here, wait lang ha, kaya sinamok ko siya. So, multiplication. And then this time, medyo libog siya because naa siya'y ang isa ka factor is trinomial. So, dako-dako ni siya nga lalisonon actually. So, kung buhaton is, i-maximize na to ni siya ano. So, we have here, so that nato si F, 3x squared minus 11x minus 4. I-multiply nato siya kang G, which is 3x plus 1. Okay? So 3x squared times 3x, we have 9x cubed. 3x squared times 1 is plus 3x squared. Negative 11x times 3x is negative 33x squared. Negative 11x times 1 is negative 11x. Kani, negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x and negative 4 times 1 is minus 4. Okay? Now, what we are going to do is combine like terms. 9x cubed, tanawa, 3 minus 33. That is 30, negative 30. Then negative 11 minus 12 is negative 23, dayon x minus 4. Okay? Now, let's go to letter F. Ang kaning letter F, mura siya lisod tanawon, pero actually sayon na siya, kay gipang tapad-tapad na siya. So what you're going to do is, you're going to write, so we have 3x squared minus 11x minus 4 plus 3x plus 1 plus 2x minus 3. So gitapad-tapad siya. Okay, so we can safely remove the grouping symbol kay walay minus sa gawas. In fact, plus tanan, so pwede ra walaon. So 3x squared minus 11x minus 4 plus 3x plus 1 plus 2x minus 3. The answer is 3x squared, walay kaparehas x squared. So we have here negative 11 plus 3 plus 2. So the answer is negative 6x. And then negative 4 plus 1 minus 3 The answer is negative 6. Okay? Now, if you have noticed, nakalimot og hatag ani og composite functions, mo na siya nga if mabantayan ninyo, nakoy comment diri sa kilid nga asterisk solve, say for example, G circle H of X. So i-discuss na to na siya kung unsa na siya, okay? So for the meantime, adto sa to sa number 16. So for number 16, if you have noticed, ang sulod sa parenthesis dili na X, 2 na siya. So unsay buot pasabot ana? Pagka human nimo add, kung unsay function nga ni gawas, pulihan nimo og 2. Okay? So let's do it. So this is f plus g of x is equal to, what is f? F is x squared plus 3x plus 2 plus g of x is x plus 2. Now, we have x squared plus 3x plus 2 plus x plus 2. So, this is the resulting function. Okay, so combine like terms. Ato na lang i-substitute. We have f plus g of 2. We have 2 squared plus 4 times 2 plus 4. This is 4 plus 8 plus 4. So the answer is 16. Now let's go to letter B. So subtraction na po ang naa dinhi. So isulat na to siya, f minus g of x is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 2 minus our g is x plus 2. Okay. Kani, pwede ra ma-safely remove ang grouping symbol kay dili negative ang nag-una, pero pag abot sa ikaduha, ang atong x plus 2 mahimong minus x minus 2. Dili lang kay ang x ang i-change ang sign, pati ang 2. Okay? So mahitabo dayon is, this is x squared, 3x minus x is 2x, so plus 2x, and then 2 o negative 2 ma-cancel out. Okay? Now, so mahitabo dayon sunod is, mahimo na dayon siyang, substitute na din nato, so this becomes 1 squared plus 2 times 1. This is 1 plus 2, and the answer is 3. Okay? Now let's go to letter C. So for letter C, multiplication. So medyo dugay ni siya, taas ni siya nga process. F times g of x is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 2 times x plus 2. And this is equal to x cubed plus 2x squared plus 3x squared plus 6x plus 2x plus 4. And the product is kani x cubed plus 5x squared plus 8x plus 4. Substitute na dayon ta. Ano di ay is negative 1. So we have here negative 1 cubed plus 5 times negative 1 squared plus 8 times negative 1 plus 4. Take note of the signs. Daghan ra ba na sayop diri dapit na part? So negative 1 cubed is negative 1 plus 1, negative 1 squared is 1. So 1 times 5 is 5. Minus 8 plus 4. So do the operation. The answer is, so minus 8 og minus 1 og minus 8 minus 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. So the answer is 0. Now let us go to the last for letter D. So we have here So we have x squared plus 3x plus 2 over x plus 2. So actually, pwede na siya ma-factor out ang numerator. So that is x plus 1 times x plus 2. Ma-cancel out din yung naa sa denominator. Okay? And then we have f of over g of x is equal to, so the answer din is x plus 1 na dayon siya. Dayon, by the way, na restriction dire, comma, x should not be equal to negative 2. Kay kung ma-negative 2 si x, na 0 ang denominator. Okay? So mahimo na dayon siya. Ato na i-substitute si 3. So we have 3 plus 1 or 4. Okay? Now, let us discuss kaganina, say for example, G circle H. Kung saan man na siya og solve. Okay? Tingon na ni Ondra na siya. So G circle H of x is yung ani. Isulat ni mo daan ang G. Tapos, ang H dayon, imong i-substitute dira. So, mo siya 3 times, ang H na to is 2x minus 3 plus 1. So, mahimo siyang 6x minus 9 plus 1 or 6x minus 8. So, therefore, our G circle H of x is 6x minus 8. And then, kung ang pangutana is G circle H of 2, ato lang i-substitute. So, 6 times 2 minus 8, this is 12 minus 8 or equal to 4. Okay? So, muna na siya ang pangutana din sa number 16. Kay naiusahay nga magdugang ko dili. Like, say, for example, nag-comment ko, solve G circle F of 3. Okay, so mora to siya, guys. I hope you have learned something from this one. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.